Hear ye, motherfucking ye. Baby, regardless of what y'all want or what y'all talking about, honey, this is the awakening. This is an awakening for your mind, body, and soul. This is an awakening for things that is needing to be told, for things that are needing to be said, for things that are going on in people's life. So, I know a lot of people be asking, like, who is you? What do you... like titles. I just don't fuck with titles. I'm just a mere mortal. I just use my divine intuition. You know, I go through and I come through with the come through when I do come through, right? So for those of you that have just been asking questions in my inbox and really don't talk about certain things, but I feel like it's time to open up and discuss exactly what's going on innerly, you know what I'm saying, about a lot of things that is going on. I am not suicidal. I am not crazy. I am not out of my mind in no way. I do not ever want to hurt myself. I love myself. I love everybody around me. You feel me? I'm just a realist, and there's not too many realists left in this world, right? So I just keep it 100 all the time. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you like it or not. You know, there's so many fakes out here. They ain't gonna really recognize the real until the real is gone, right? But anyway, I just wanted to share something personal with you guys. You know, and I really don't know if, you know, anybody's even on here. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. It could be 1,000 people on here. It could be one person on here. It could be none. But I just feel like this needs to be said. So no more questions will be answered. You know, just about me, period. You know, something personal. Like, hey, y'all, this is something personal for you. You know, this is some tea that's coming from the actual tea queen. You feel me? Yeah, I get to do. So personally, I don't really talk about it, but it's been on my mind heavy, you know, just to tell my story without just trying to figure out how to tell it. I don't really know, but here you go. When I was 2 years old, my mom was in a really bad car wreck. The car flipped like 3 times, and I got thrown out of the front window of the car. And from what they told me, I flew out the front window and I hit a tree. The doctors told my mama that they didn't even understand how I survived. I only had a fracture and a black eye. I was like, what in the hell is really going on with me? But it makes so much sense. It just brings everything into awareness, right? I don't remember the moment itself, but ever since I've been alive, I've always felt aware. Like, I've always knew people's thoughts. Not saying that I can read thoughts, but I always knew their intentions. I always knew their energy. I always knew what they were thinking about me. That's why really I don't have that many friends, because people are really truly not your friend. People only use you and take advantage of you in some fashions. Everybody is in a relationship to give or take. Nobody's in a relationship to actually love. Some of you are actually in relationships because you feel bound to that person, or you feel like the person is your person, but when it's all a false illusion. You have to love yourself. You have to go within yourself for many things that you want in this lifetime, right? So, like, I remember a lot. I feel things really deeply, and I notice things that most people overlook a lot. Okay? For a long time, excuse my ice in the background, honey, because, you know, I crunches my ice, and it is what it is. But this is just speaking about the awakening, my awakening. You know, everybody has a different story about themselves. And can't nobody tell you about me. You can always come to me about me. But can't nobody tell you about me. Not my parents, not my siblings, not my significant other, not my children. You can only come to the source about me. For a long time, I always wondered, was I protected by something when this wreck happened? What really went on when I was younger? So I end up start asking questions. And you know, when you were younger, you go to church and you was in the choir, you was the choir, you know, you was singing, you was around all these people excuse my French, but preachers that really didn't know what they was talking about. But I just sit there in the congregation and I let them do what they was doing and I let them say what they were saying. Even though I knew the truth the whole time, you still have to play a role because people are going to always say that you are trying to be difficult or you this and that or you that and this, right? Because you have your own opinion and you're a very thoughtful person when it comes down to it. So you don't want to see nobody else hurt and you don't want to see nobody else lied to. So you tell the truth and you become a target, right? So was there something more going on in my life when I was younger that I didn't understand completely? And I'm not going to sit here and act like I have all the answers because I don't, y'all. I don't have all the answers. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes I be needing people to talk to and discuss things with, but there's nobody here spiritually that can even harness my energy or can even handle me. Females be jealous of me. They don't want to talk to me once they feel I figure them out. And then knowing they didn't come from a genuine place. So therefore, I could not ever even have a decent conversation with nobody because it's all ego. I'm tired of the ego-based ass shit. That shit don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm talking about? We all have to release and relate and let go of everything. We have to be light as a feather, baby. We can't move on if we holding on to shit that we don't need to hold on to, correct? Okay. So, but what I don't know is this. I'm here. I survived something that could have taken me out. I survived something that could have took my mother out. I just survived, and I don't understand how I survived, but I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to continue on with my journey. And instead of getting lost in the explanation of trying to give people on how I am, and when they meet me, they don't ever want to leave me. You know, spirit is so contagious. My aura is so contagious. Yeah, I have a lot of people that's intimidated by me, but that's not my problem. I'm sitting here for a message. I'm sitting here for a purpose. And I know what my purpose is. The thing is, you need to start figuring out what your purpose is and why you are here. I've been learning to focus on what everything means, right? So, for instance, my higher self. I think when people talk about being more in tune or having a higher self, it's really about becoming more aware, more intentional, more real with your fucking self. You know what I'm talking about? Not trying to escape reality for real, but understanding reality a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So, if you've ever felt like you went through something that you can't fully explain, don't let that confuse you, my dudes. Don't let that confuse you, homegirl. Let it wake your motherfucking ass up. Let it push you to live with more purpose, more clarity in this world, more intention in this world. Because we're not here by accident. We were chosen to be here. Don't you know the sperm didn't choose the egg chose the sperm? Yes, you have to understand what's really going on around you, okay? And there's some kind of strength that you carry that doesn't always get named out loud. It's not just survival either, baby. The ability to keep creating, listen, to keep loving, to keep building, to keep dreaming in a world that hasn't always made it easy for us. That's not small. That's an extraordinary feat. You come from people who turned pressure into brilliance. Don't forget that. Who made culture out of constraints? We did. Who found ways to laugh and to style and to be innovative on all areas in our life? We did. Who was the leaders? We are. They follow everything that we do, every trend, every aspect in life. They follow us. We are the blueprint. But until we figure out who the fuck we are, you are, you're going to continue to go down this rabbit hole of bullshit. So I'm just trying to understand and let you know that even on days when energy is low, when the noise is motherfucking heavy outside, when people trying to fucking take you down into a low vibrational state, when it feels like life itself is too much for you to carry, you need to understand that you're still here. You're still thinking. You're still imagining something better. Okay? That only more so gives you the courage to keep pushing forward. You don't have to prove your worth to nobody. You're already special. You're already chosen. You're already here. You know what I'm talking about? But listen, I'm on here for a small time, not a long time. And you know what I'm saying? I just come on here to speak my mind per motherfucking usual, because that's what I do. But I need everybody to understand who they are. What is your purpose here? We all had a contract to incarnate here in this time. What is your purpose? What is your motive? What are you here for? You're not here just to procreate. You're not here just to find love. You're not here to have a fucking mansion. You're not here to have a Bentley. You're not here to have all these luxury cars and clothes and shoes and jewelry. You're not here for that. That's not what you're here for. You have to learn who the fuck you are. And stop choosing your lower self. Stop choosing that ego. Stop choosing that lower frequency. Keep protecting your peace like it's sacred. Keep choosing joy. You know what I'm talking about? For real. Keep building things with people who wants to build with you. Keep enjoying the small wins, because when the big win come, you're going to know who the hell to take with you. And also, remember, even if the world forgets to say it, you are not behind, baby. You are not lacking. You are not a part of a lineage that bends reality forward. Okay? Only thing I want in everybody to understand here in this reality, take your time. We all have a death date. We all have that day we have to clock out this motherfucker. But understand, you need to have a smooth transition on the way out. You need to have a smooth transition on the way pushing forward. You need to have a smooth transition on your next reality. Regardless of what you think, baby, when you leave this reality, this is not the end. It's really the beginning. So are you ready for that? Okay? Are you ready for that? The human body, especially at a young age, can sometimes withstand impacts in surprising ways. I'm not lying to you. I'm not bullshit. Hear ye, motherfucking name. The way I was thrown out that motherfucking car and I landed on that tree at an angle that mattered at the time. It was like something carried me. something had me in their hand and just placed me by that tree. I don't know. Sometimes I be like, whoa, what the fuck am I here for? And then my higher self be like, girl, shut up. You know what the fuck you here for. You feel me? That's how my people talk to me, because we just real like that. Spiritual constituents. But just saying, growing up with a story like that attaches to you. It shapes you. And it shapes how I see myself. They told me I shouldn't have been here. They told me I should have died several times, aka unalived several times. The enemy's been trying to take me out since I've been stepping foot on this ground, in this reality, in this consciousness. Okay? I mean, it can just create a deep sense of purpose for a person, or sense of awareness, because man, memory anchoring, I'm not bullshitting. So listen, remembering a lot from your early life isn't unheard of, right? Especially if your brain became highly alert early on. They say trauma and major events wires your brain differently, and it holds on to experiences more tightly. It doesn't mean that something mythical, happened. I don't know, y'all. I can't just really say. But all I know is I'm here today. And what I went through at 2 years old that should have taken me out, but I'm here to tell the story about it. You know what I'm saying? I just love life. I love people. I love bringing awareness to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Quantum physics provides proof that our consciousness is being hijacked by hadron colliders in this present time. So, be careful. All right? And baby, y'all need to start boycotting Arabic stores. Y'all need to start boycotting Chinese stores. Y'all need to start boycotting Mexican stores and just stick with your own people. Stick with your own people. You know what I'm saying? They always say that we really wasn't the prisoners of war, but bitch, we still going through it right now. If they not us, we don't need to stick with them. If they not us, we don't need to be around them. And I'm not racist. I see people's souls, spirits, and I see their energy. Some of us skin people are not our kin people. For real, for real. Just being 100% with you. We are the true ancient Egyptians. Whether if you know it or not, whether if you understand it or not, I really don't care. I'm only here to create, and I'm only here to give messages because I am a seer and I am a visual person, and I tell the story how it's supposed to be told. Now, I have a lot of people actually that just basically just don't even want to be chosen. They don't want to hear nothing. They don't want to see nothing. They just want to stuck into this plain little reality, honey. But understand that everything is numbers, and everything is numerology. And for those of you that's going through things in your mind, and for those of you that are going through things as far as pain, I want you to say this numeric code. So for instance, ladies, if you're going through cramped situations, I want you to say 55515 real fast in your mind. 55515, 55515, and watch that pain eliminate itself from you. Now, if you got lupus, if you got cancer, if you got pain elements going on within you, I'm not a doctor. I do not know anything about medical anything. Only thing I know is about energy frequency and I know about the ego. Sometimes some people have to kill the ego to move forward. All right? Before the world gets to you, you need to take 10 minutes out of your horizon, align, not begging the universe. I want you to sit still, no phone, just breathe slowly, and I want you to say one sentence out loud. I am building wealth by becoming disciplined, clear, consciousness, and concise. You can repeat that as many times as you need. You can go back and write it down. You can stop this video, write it down, come back to it. Visualize a specific thing, a specific outcome for 60 seconds. Not a fucking mansion, bitch. Not no money on. For example, your bank account can see numbers, right? Your mind is based off of numbers. So gratitude should be your attitude at all times, regardless of what. Remember the pain code 55515. All right? So think about a lot of things that are going on around you and in your circle. Think about who you can actually trust and who you can actually build with. You can't build wealth while still constantly reliving old wounds, baby. You have to release everything. Stop playing with yourself. You have to heal the DNA. You have to heal the God body. Okay? So listen, I'm here for small time like a long time. Like I said, them light codes is most definitely activated. The sun activation is here. This summer is going to be something serious. So most definitely go ahead and get yourself together. Get you some non-perishable items. Most definitely get you some water. Stack up on 6 to 8 months worth of food. 6 to 8 months worth of water. Because you got to understand, if they don't have no electricity, how is you going to get water? Excuse me. But listen, whew, man, yeah, I just had to come over here and say something because basically Spirit was like, yeah, you need to let these people know who the fuck you are. But I don't really give a damn if I know who the fuck I am. I just want y'all to see my actions, not more so my words. I do not want to be famous. I don't want to be popular. I don't want no money from y'all. I'm just here to relieve and relate messages from the ancestors. Okay? And you got to understand that some of y'all ancestors was murderers and thieves and alcoholics. Stop asking them for motherfucking money on. Stop asking them for doing things, goddamn me, that they ain't about their goddamn life. You need to ask your ancestors to handle that motherfucking backstabbing bitch that tried to come at you low key. Okay? Because you got to understand that 75% of y'all motherfuckers in this world is non-playing characters, aka clones. Okay? Y'all live under a fucking dome. We've been under this dome for 8,000 fucking years. Y'all are broken souls. You don't really know who the fuck you are. So you have some people incarnated in this time just to tell you who the fuck you are, to make your motherfucking ass master reset your fucking mind. We live under a dome, bitch. We live under the motherfucking dome. Okay? They take us through loops every day, all day, through situations in our fucking life. Okay? We are light beings living in a physical life. Okay? Bad thing is that we've been trapped in this motherfucking dome, up under this motherfucking dome. You know what I'm saying? And then when you die, you think that you're going to go to a special place because you go inside of the fucking light. The light is not where you need to go. Turn your back towards the light and go towards the darkness. Okay? Because if you go into that light, your mind is going to be wiped out and you're going to be reincarnated right into this bitch over and over and over and over again. 00101100010010110. We have to set this activation to this 5D activation. Y'all need to come on and jump on this fucking train. Because if y'all don't jump on this train, that choo-choo train is going to be motherfucking leaving soon, man. Okay? If you don't have nothing to take from me, take a life lesson of self-love. If you don't have nothing to take from me, take no reciprocation of negative energy. Okay? Be yourself. Be who you came here to be. Stop holding yourself back. Okay? Stop holding yourself back. Sometimes walking away from jobs, family, spouses, cars, mortgage, goddamn friends. Sometimes you have to do that to be free. You need to stop letting history repeat itself. Okay? Stop letting history repeat itself. You got to understand that high vibrational energy matters. All right? We have to build a solution to everything. Digital ID is coming. They will lock you out. All right? They will lock you out. Y'all need to try to switch your email browsers. Get off of Google. Go to Brave. All right? Nextcloud or something. It's not about convenience anymore. It's about keeping yourself private because they want to monitor society. They want to access your bank accounts. They want to access your health records, social accounts, bruh. They want to handle your traveling for you. I'm just saying, don't panic. Just be prepared is the key. Asheo, have a good one. Hey, most definitely, I will see y'all when I see y'all. Follow me at Life of Ash 369 on YouTube. All the orders have been shipped out. Most definitely, I appreciate each and every one of you for supporting me. I love you from the top of my motherfucking cranium to the bottom of my soul. Okay? Everything is inorganic. Everything is natural. Like, people like me need to be protected. But, you know, I get a lot of hate. But it's okay. I'm here for it. I need you guys to build a small community. I need you guys to support your small businesses. I need you guys to understand that every tool needs to be replaced with something private. Switch your search engines. Don't let these motherfuckers know your moves, your every moves. Stop putting everything out there. NPCs are everywhere. Okay? NPCs are everywhere. Record everything. You think I'm lying? I'm not. All right. Hear ye, motherfucking ye. This is the Truman Show, y'all.